So good morning, everyone watching us on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you are. This is another Wednesday morning lecture with eBiz Marketing Academy. And today our topic is how to create brand videos to turn a profit organically. The whole point of this is if you want to create, you want to generate massive organic revenue through content. In this lecture, we'll explain what is brand video and how to make your content gain higher ROAS with paying customers. You learn how to gain bigger brand loyalty and higher LTV per customers. We'll also review the strategy that will keep your audience engaged in converting. So what is brand video? Brand video is video that is sponsored or created by a brand and it usually shares the brand's values, does not directly advertise or promote the brand, or it will promote the brand, but doesn't promote a product or a service that the brand offers. It aims to monetize on positive association rather than self-promotion. So while branded videos is not traditional ad or marketing promo, it often shares the same end goal of driving audience action to convert. So some of the examples of what is a branded video and why you should do it. We have 5 key points that I want to share with you guys, and let me share my screen for that. There we go. So the 5 points, starting with number 1, is non-disruptive. So by contributing to the experience rather than disrupting, the brands are less likely to annoy the viewers. Instead, they add value and contribute to the conversation, which is typically favored by the audiences. Number 2 is emotive. Many branded videos are narrative driven. They use storytelling to entertain, inform, or communicate a brand's values, which is an effective way for brands to build more authentic, memorable connections with their audiences. Number 3, it's engaging. Overflowing content it builds consumer blindness. Branded videos can be funny, entertaining, or educational videos. We hold viewers' attention and keep them coming back for more. Authenticity. By swapping overly salesy content for branded video, marketers in a better position to show, not tell, customers that they are the real deal. It can also reassure consumers that they have the same values and fortifies their bond. And then shareable. Outside of the Super Bowl or a particular timely promotional video, people don't usually share videos. They usually share videos with the brand and not the content. So here the branded videos will flip the dynamic and give viewers a reason to share the brand's content with their friends and colleagues. Now, let me go to the next slide. So some examples of branded videos. One key example, one major example can be the Lego movie. Technically, it is a branded video. It's a multi-million-dollar branded video with no subtitle product placement, but still a branded video. It's a 2-hour-long video movie, but it is giving a positive sentiment of their brand to their target audience. Also, you're giving a positive sentiment to whoever your target audience is. So always think about that. There are many ways to do it, but one thing for sure, brands that do it right, they will reap the rewards. So if you're one way to think about it, as I gave the example of the Lego movie, is if your brand was a movie, what movie would it be? It will be an action movie, a suspense, comedy, horror. One thing that I'll ask clients, or if you start a business, to think about it. Maybe even you can think what genre your movie would be, but also think of existing movies out there. You know, what movie aligns to your brand the closest. And here on my slide, you will see other examples depending on your brand. So like a cookware brand can create, you know, recipe tutorials. Productivity app can do interviews of successful entrepreneurs. An apparel brand, you can show videos of athletes training outdoors. You know, we see that constantly with Nike. We also see it with outdoor apparel companies like Patagonia. You know, they're showing them outdoors, or, you know, climbing a mountain with their apparel. The reason for things to think about a branded video is your purpose. So here's from the founder of Patagonia, a quote: "To do good, you actually have to do something." And they actually create even short films now. They have one on the fishing industry. So certain things that they actually strongly believe in on the environment, they are proactively doing it, and they, you know, directing films, which are also considered branded videos. So your audience, you know, you're gonna build a loyal audience, and people know what you're about, and they're gonna promote you no matter what, building that loyal audience. The other part is influencers. That you can definitely use influencers that will align to your brand. As Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, will stay here: "Nothing influences people more than a recommendation from a trusted friend. A trusted referral influences people more than the best broadcast message." So if you have certain influencers that your target audience follows and trusts them, you can always use those key people to push your brand as well. And so some tips to create a branded video. Number one, we want to think about your audience. Think about your audience first. Anything you do, always think about your audience first. It's the tip. Anything in marketing, you should all have at least your brand persona built. So just like any content creation, you need to know your audience. Without a grasp on your audience, unique motivations, passion, needs, and wants, your brand will struggle to produce effective content. And no matter how slick or inspiring your content is, you'll always fail flat, as you will not speak to the right people. So I highly recommend, if you don't have a brand persona yet, please create a brand persona. You can look through our videos, sign up on the Academy, or you can always search on Google for brand persona if you need more information. But feel free to contact us and we can definitely help you on that. So, but number two, don't be afraid to outsource. With cell phone technology now, and everyone has one, the acceptance also of live video or rough cut video, producing video content isn't as difficult as it used to be. So even so, not every business has the resources or time to create branded videos in-house. So for this reason, many brands, you can sponsor existing content. So if there's existing content, you can have what is called brand placement. You can also use other people to put content for you. And that is known as, in marketing terms, known as UGC, user-generated content. So once you have a loyal following, if you plan correctly, you can get your loyalists to produce short videos at no cost to you. So that's a good thing about creating, being clear on your brand purpose in creating, starting creating a loyal and a fan base. They will actually start generating content for you. And videos can be really short and anybody can do them. You can also create several campaigns rewarding your customers to, if they do a video for you. Number 3 on my tips is plan for no audio. With around 90% of video being consumed on mobile phones, it is easy to see why sound isn't always the default for viewers. As I mentioned 2 weeks ago on our morning lecture, videos on Facebook and Instagram feed are shown with no sound as you scroll through your feed. So branded videos can have audio, but make sure the message is delivered even if it cannot be heard. You can incorporate subtitles, or just lean a little harder on the visual storytelling where your sound is just like background or mood music. Well, those are 2 ways you can go about it when having no audio. And number 4, you always want to stick to your brand values. Brands must produce content that aligns with your values and somehow relates to the products, services, and lifestyles you sell. An example would be Red Bull, the energy drink. For example, the brand has an entire digital channel, Red Bull TV, dedicated to branded videos about extreme sports, such as like snowboarding or skateboarding. I think they even have like jumping off helicopters and just crazy stuff. But now, would it feel authentic if Red Bull started doing maybe like a content series on golfing or something that's a lot more calmer? So, I mean, you move away from your brand purpose. So always think about what is your brand purpose. Brand purpose should touch people with stories. Everyone needs to act on the same script. Take us through your hero's journey. So, Joseph Campbell, the hero's journey, the hero of 1,000 faces. What is your hero's journey? As I say earlier, like if your brand was a movie, what movie would it be? Who's the hero? Who's the villain? What are the characters? What is the problem? We have the hero's journey. You can also, and you can play with that too. So storytelling is very good to get the emotions. So it's, we have the hero's journey. You can also have the villain journey. The death of the hero. So all that can be is explained, and we can probably do a video later on the entire hero's journey, how to better do a storytell on your brand. But building a story is extremely important for a brand and for the longevity of your company, and also to build loyalty and hopefully in the long time build a lifetime customer value. And number 5, you want to skip the CTAs. I understand that it's hard to imagine producing video content without a call to action. However, in the case of branded videos, a CTA can disrupt an otherwise a selfless and powerful piece of content. While most viewers understand that ultimately brands still want to sell or convince them of something, they still appreciate a break on the constant push for a sales funnel. So you're trying to build with branded videos. You're building on your brand basically, and what a brand should be is how other people view your brand, how other people view your services, how other people view your products, how they view you. If you are the face of your company, if you are the CEO, it's how they view you also. So I'll also keep that in mind. And as I mentioned, who are the characters of your brand? People, you can also, create your own characters. How's Taco Bell had the little Chihuahua. So there's several icons you can create as well. You can have a character, you can have a spokesperson, Dos Equis, I remember that, the most interesting man in the world. So think about all those brands, brand personas and brand people that you can build that represent your brand. And then you know, you want to have the appearance. So you want to kind of control that, so people can, when they view your brand, they have a certain sentiment about who you are, uh, and what you do and what you stand for and what you don't stand for, uh, and who you're fighting against. You know, if you're gonna go back to the hero's journey, who are you fighting against? What is the problem? Who's the villain? Also, it builds a great storytelling once you start doing that. So let me stop here sharing. And so, yeah, so to conclusion, I think you want to remember the purpose of branded video is for your target audience. You want them to have a positive sentiment on your brand. For the consumer to feel that you are on their side, you need to build the trust. So ultimately, people do business with who they trust, as I showed with the, you know, the Mark Zuckerberg quote. And that takes time. It takes time to build trust. So I recommend for everybody who's doing a starting up their business, or, you know, their small company, you know, just I recommend starting the trust building early as possible in your startup phase. So start working on your brand as you possibly can. You should be part of your mix, of your marketing mix, with direct response marketing spots. Don't abandon your direct response marketing. You know, your sales lead spots. Is also should be a part of the mix, especially if you're just starting out. You want to be salesy, but you also want to build your brand. So in the long run, branded content will pay off as you build a loyal customer base, a profitable LTV, which is, you know, lifetime value per customer, who will promote your brand organically at no cost, just because they believe on your brand values. As you can see, with many of the most popular brands in today's, like Nike with their Jordan shoes brand, many people will, you know, loyal to it. They'll buy it. They'll stand in line for it. The same thing with Apple. You know, when they launch a new iPhone, people will stand in line outside the Apple store. Just to be the first one to show the world about it. Also, you know, they'll post on social media, all free. It's free advertising for these companies. You know, In-N-Out Burgers do the same thing here in California. You see long lines just to get their burgers. And it's just part of, you know, building that brand loyalty that you want to ultimately achieve. And ultimately, you definitely pay off itself in the long run, and build that positive sentiment that you want to have for your brand, for yourself, for your company as well. So that is what I have for today. I hope you guys were able to get a little bit from it, learn a little bit, and put this in your back burner, or actually get a strategy to start doing some brand content in video. We're doing video this month, so, you know, video should be an essential also. And yes, so going back, we are eBiz Marketing Academy. My name is Ernesto Comodo. I'm one of the co-founders of the company. Please, if you think this is you learn something from this, and this is something that you can use it, follow us on Facebook. We are, you know, eBiz Marketing Academy, facebook.com/eBiz Marketing Academy. And also, you feel free to join us on our website. Become a member. It's free right now. And we'll continue this month. We're doing a video marketing. So next week, we conclude the month of May, and that will be about teach customer in minutes with explainer videos. So very good thing, especially for a startup company. So please make sure you're there, and we'll see you next one. So thank you all of you guys, and see you next week.